Hi, and welcome to Astral Messages. My name is Angela, and I'll be bringing through guided messages for the sign of Capricorn today. Thank you for being here. These messages are for the collective, so I encourage you to tap into your intuition during these reads and to discern what resonates for you and your personal journey. If you feel called to like, comment, and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, shuffling these upside down. Let's have a look. What is the strongest energy for Capricorn for the end of September? Okay, Capricorn, what's going on for you? Strongest energy, please, Spirit. Thank you. Ooh. Strongest energy, please. For the sign of Capricorn, end of September. Ooh. All right, let's see what we've got. Number 16, Coyote Spirit, trust in divine detours. Okie dokie. And we also have a win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra. And we have a time to give rather than take, new moon in Virgo. Interesting. So I feel like potentially there is some unexpected twists and turns in your journey, Capricorn. So trust where Spirit is leading you. Capricorn energies do like a sense of control and they don't tend to like surprises. But Spirit also wants you to know that there is a win-win outcome here. So it may take you off guard, but this is for your highest good and for the highest good of all. So that is something to remember here. A time to give rather than take. Interesting. I think this feels linked to this divine detour, so this sudden shift. And when something is potentially changed on us, or maybe something ends, or we tend to, again, that Capricorn energy wants that sense of control, sense of security, and with that holds tight and is in that taking energy almost of going, no, don't take from me, or I've just lost something, what else can I grab onto type energy. It's almost that frantic energy, but this is a time to give. And with this, I feel like it's about leaning into the flow, trusting that this is, and this is where this message is coming through, a win-win outcome is forecast. So there's no need to frantically hold on tight from fear with this change, Capricorn. Okay, let's dive into your tarot. Dive a little bit deeper. See what's going on for you. For the end of September. Justice. Okay. Something that you've been waiting for. Interesting. What am I saying here? The Fool. I feel like you potentially, this is about a balancing of energy, the Justice card. Win-win, right? Libra, this is Libra energy, and this is that win-win outcome is forecast. So something is balancing out, but you may not see that. She's got a blindfold on there when this happens, because it's a detour. It's a sudden shift, a sudden change. You had a plan going one way, and then all of a sudden, whoop, we're going a different way. And this is for your highest good, because this is something you've been waiting for. Interesting. Yeah, there's the wheel underneath that as well, which is divine timing. This is the divine turning that wheel, creating this detour for you. Okay, what's going on in your energy, Capricorn? Four of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is about holding on. Remember, it's time to give rather than take. And this is that real stubborn energy almost, with wanting to hold on to this original path that you had planned. Okay, what's your challenge? Page of Pentacles. This potentially is a communication coming in, a new start, a new beginning. This could also be that new detour, that new path in your challenge position. This also could be communication around justice here. Interesting. Whether this is something legal, contract. Yeah, okay. And what's coming towards you? The Knight of Wands. This is Sagittarius energy. This can be quick movement, in and out energy as well. Okay. And what is your advice here? The Page of Wands. Two pages here. I feel like this is go in this new direction, this new divine detour. Okay. Some won't have a choice potentially, but it's coming through strongly. Okay. Interesting. You know, I was getting this justice, this time to give rather than take. So you may be thrown a little bit. Maybe some truth is coming out, or something in the past that had wronged you because you were waiting for this for some time is now balancing out. And with this give rather than take, I feel it has a bit of forgiveness energy to it. Interesting. Gosh, this could be so many different things for you guys, but I'm getting quite a lot of different messages. Let's have a look further. Let's clarify the Four of Pentacles. Why is the Four of Pentacles here for the sign of Capricorn? Six of Pentacles. Interesting. And the Hierophant. Okay. So the Four of Pentacles is an energy of withholding, holding back, not wanting to share, give. Interesting. Time to give rather than take. And the Six of Pentacles is an energy of giving. Isn't that fascinating? And the Hierophant here with the Four of Swords underneath that. So the Hierophant is spirit. This also could be a commitment or a contract. I was getting that as well here, but I feel like this is a life lesson that potentially needs to heal here. So something is coming in for you. It feels interesting. Because like I said, I feel like I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's actually a good thing. But there's something about it that kind of feels like I don't want to give to this. I don't want to go down this new path. Interesting. But that's because there's something here that needs to heal. Spirit is bringing this in. Remember, it's a divine detour. So Spirit is bringing this in so it can be healed. Okay. Why is the Page of Pentacles here in Capricorn's challenge? Why is this here, please, Spirit? Page of Pentacles. Seven of Swords. Okay. Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck could be is the classic treachery card, stealing, lying, cheating kind of card, deceit. It's interesting because I remember I was getting justice, right? Justice around this deceit. Six of Swords. Yeah, so it's an opportunity to move away from this, to heal. Interesting. Okay. But this is a message coming in. Could be Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We also have the Queen of Wands here, which is a fire sign. We've got fire here as well, which is Aries, Leo, Sag. And we have the Magician. Interesting. Getting strongly with this energy. I feel like this message you have, because this is about manifestations, right? And I feel like you have done some work within and you are potentially attracting something new, which is the Page. But you're either getting some justice in a situation here, you're either getting a contract here, it does feel linked to some sort of past. However, so maybe it's a job that you've applied for ages ago, and then all of a sudden they kind of come in. Yeah, it's really interesting energy. And I think the challenge here is taking action, using your tools to heal from this, but to move forward and not yourself go into this Seven of Swords, self-sabotage. Don't self-sabotage this new opportunity if you're just so stubborn in some ways that you're wanting to hold on to this direction. There's multiple things that are coming through here, so bear with me. Okay. What's coming towards you is the Knight of Wands. So let's have a look at that. Why is the Knight of Wands coming towards Capricorn? We have the Knight of Wands confirming again, the Knight of Wands coming towards you. So you could have a fire sign coming towards you. And with it is the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and the Justice. Yeah, I keep getting this Justice card. It's about balancing out the energy. Something's coming in for your highest good to balance out something that you potentially have been stressing over. But it gives you an opportunity to move forward. Remembering that this is a win-win outcome. Interesting that I get win-win. Hence, if this is someone that's betrayed you in the past coming in with an apology or communication or wanting a new start here, you have the tools to heal this, to move forward. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to take these people back or anything like that. You just could heal it and close out the karmic cycle, which releases you and them a win-win outcome. Interesting. But this new energy, this Ace of Wands, is coming towards you. Again, new. So this isn't, it's like a new energy. It may not be a new person, could be for some, but it feels like a new energy, a renewed energy. But it has you a little stressed with the Nine of Swords because you're wanting to hold back, not maybe wanting to deal with this, or you're focused on your own path, your new beginning. But there's an energy coming in that's helping to balance out a situation. Gosh, this is really interesting read, Capricorn. Okay, what is your advice here with the Page of Wands? Your advice, please, for Capricorn. We have the Knight of Wands still at the bottom of the deck here. The Knight of Wands, the Page of Wands is clarified by the Page of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. Wow, we've got pages all through here. And I get that this is communication. Again, this could be online communication with the Page of Swords. Gaining more information. So this, something comes in and you gain more information. So then you're then in a position where you can choose to go down a different path, trust in divine detours. But whatever this is for you, it gives you the opportunity to put down the burden. This has been a heavy burden that you've been carrying for some time. Remember, under that Justice was the Three of Wands here. So it's something that you've been waiting for. So this could be a new direction, but I'm strongly getting, because the Justice has come out a couple of times now, something is balancing out. Interesting. I'm just going to, before we wrap up, grab one more oracle. I don't normally do this, but because it was kind of a lot of messages out here, what is this Justice card? Spirit. What is this Justice? Whew. Okay. There's a few cards out. So we have Yin Yang at the bottom of the deck there. Again, a card of balance. Again, Angel of Balance. So it's all about balancing something out here. We have the Sun. The Sun is about revelations. Something coming to light. Hostilities. Woman holding a coin. And deceit. Yeah, there's something potentially, I feel like this is very Capricorn energy for me, woman holding a coin. It is the Queen of Pentacles. It's something you've been holding on to. Remember the Page of Wands. You're going to be able to put down a burden here, because something's being revealed with this communication here that's got some sort of hostility and deceit. Again, that's that Seven of Swords. Some betrayal, some conflict. But you're getting an opportunity to balance this out. Wow. Okay. Again, with the balancing card. But something's being revealed here for you. And it is a win-win outcome. When you find this information out, you may be like, I don't want to know. I'm doing my thing. I've let this go ages ago, but you're kind of still holding on to it energetically, not wanting to give to the situation. And with this kind of energy, I can kind of understand that, Capricorn. But there is an opportunity if you were to Like I said, isn't it interesting? I got from a time to give rather than take, card of forgiveness. And to remember, especially when someone has done you wrong, forgiveness is not condonement. Forgiveness is accepting what has been, and letting it go for yourself and for another. Hence, a win-win outcome is forecast. Accepting something and just putting it to bed. Putting down that 10 of Wands. Okay, this has been an interesting read, Capricorn. I am sending you much love, light, and insight, and I'll see you next time.